What's going on, y'all? And welcome to the Takeover. The break is over. We are back. Let's go.
Yes.
STC, and of course, your boy, the top 5 best snappers in the world. Cino. And my man over there got every variant.
Every variant?
Every variant. Let's
go.
What's going on?
Woo,
I'm excited. I'm happy.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I know.
We had Father's Day. We
had
yes,
Father's Day and Power On Tournament of Pride, and it's crazy. A lot of stuff going on.
We had birthdays. Your son's birthday, my father's birthday, the tournaments, as you mentioned. We had events, Father's Day. So we really get a time to actually get together and do this, right? It was been crazy.
Facts, bro. I was wondering, starting to think if we got canceled.
Nah. We didn't get canceled.
Did we get put where the collector got put?
Oh, here he goes, the collector. It's crazy enough to mention that people have been reaching out asking when is the Takeover coming back. As much as they love the Marvel Snapcast, and they miss Cino on the Snapcast as much as they do enjoy the Takeover, because not only do we talk about Snap, we talk about other things as well, and people like the different type of takes on different things. So we had to bring it back, so we apologize for the delay. It almost didn't happen again tonight because we had another event happen. We had a Power On Mario Kart event this evening that went over the booking time, but nonetheless, we made it happen. We're up as late as possible. I am not sleepy. It hasn't been sleepy Tech God in a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys dealt with it for a while.
This guy.
I know you guys dealt with it for a while, but right now we're good. So, Cino, before we get into our first topic, how's things been with you? How's the job? I know you've been killing it out there. What's going on?
Thanks. Work, man. Work. Just been trying to stay dedicated, stay focused, make this money, of course. You know what I mean? Like, that's the important thing. And after that, like you said, we had so many events happening. My son's birthday, then it was Juneteenth tournaments and tournaments of Pride and all this, good stuff happening, that it was really hard to get on here and record, just being tired and having a lot of things going on. So it was rough, guys. I'm sorry I left y'all. It's just been really hectic schedule wise, but all good, all blessed. You know what I mean? Like,
all good things.
It's just a lot.
Listen, we back like we never left. We had a month of Juneteenth, a month of Puerto Rican Day Parade, so we're back. Right. The best duo in Marvel Snap, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget that. Let's make sure the best duo in Marvel Snap. Don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, of course, we kick it to the nighttime view, because we're doing this at night, ladies and gentlemen. Check the city view in the background. I know you guys enjoy that. And we kick things off with our first topic, which is, of course, we're going to build a new deck for some new players in a game that I know a lot of people aren't happy with right now. A lot of people have been burnt out. You guys saw the last podcast, including myself. But we have 3 new cards coming. We're not going to build a 3-card deck because I know some people aren't going to get that second card. But we are going to build from the 2 new cards. And that, of course, is with Mr. Fantastic and Herbie. Now, the other card that's supposed to come through Cino, I know you're not sure. Second Dinner is putting out a premium battle pass, which now, as you know, we always had a premium battle pass, but we got a variant for the $10, and we got the new battle pass card for the $10, including all the wonderful things from the battle pass. And if you pay the additional $10, if you got the premium, you got a variant as well, right? With some borders, etc. Second Dinner has changed that now to where the premium pass now will also get you a new card that comes out this season. So instead of getting 2 cards to start, you're getting 3 cards, but that's only if you spend the extra $10. People are very upset about that because they feel putting the card behind the paywall is an issue, which I understand. I'm not discrediting how people feel. From a person that does get the premium pass and do giveaways with the premium pass, I think people feel better now knowing they're getting their money's worth, right? Because instead of getting a variant for $10, now you get an extra card. So 1 card for $10, another card for $10. I think that's you get your money, bang for your buck. But nonetheless, I know it just feels bad for the free-to-play players that now having to wait 30 days to get 2 cards, right? Because if they don't buy the battle pass, now you don't buy the second part of the battle pass. You got to wait 30 days to get 2 of those cards.
My next question is going to be, eventually this will be available with tokens and stuff. So
correct, in 30 days. Yes.
It sucks that you won't get it right then and there, but you will eventually be able to get
pick it up. Yes, just like you can with the regular battle pass. You just gotta wait the 30 days. Now the card is called Fantastic Card. Now that card isn't that great. I mean, it works with the majority of the cards that are coming at the end of the season. So it's like you shouldn't even get it anyway. You shouldn't spend $10 on it anyway and just wait for that following week to get it with tokens. But again, we're not going to dive into that here. We're going to talk about the deck you guys can build with the 2 cards that you will definitely get this upcoming week, and that is Mr. Fantastic, First Steps, and Herbie. Now, Mr. Fantastic, the way he works, and chat, people listening, of course, is at the end of turn. Now, we do have a plethora of end of turn cards. I know some of you guys might not remember them. Yeah, a plethora of end of turn cards. And of course, this one is give a card in your hand -1 cost or +2 power. First thing that comes to mind, Fastos, right? That's what Fastos does to your deck, right? This one now does it to your hand. But the cool thing is he picks a random card, but I think Fastos does the entire deck nonetheless.
Yeah.
So we're going to build a deck around that card. And of course, the next card that's alongside him is Herbie. Now, this card is the activate version of Nico, because once you play Herbie on the field, after every turn, it swaps to a new activate ability until it's used. Okay, so the activate abilities are, and take a good close look to the beaker in his hand, right? They change color based on what the activate is. So the first one is next turn you get +2 energy if you activate, or you could do give 2 of your cards at each of other location +1 power. You have create a rock here and set that power to 4, which is pretty interesting. And then of course you have double this card's power. So there's some cool activates here. Nothing too earth-shattering or too OP, but it will work out for you, especially if you use these cards when you need to. So building a deck around these 2 cards, I think shouldn't be too bad. So my mindset was thinking cards that can probably help be able to be played early, especially using Mr. Fantastic. These are 2 costs, right? So playing him down on 2, your hand might have some big cards, whether it be 6-cost cards that turn to 5, or 6-cost cards that need that extra buff, or even 4-cost cards, right? So a Shang-Chi can be a 3-cost, or a Shang-Chi can get additional power. So things like that I think will be perfect for this type of day.
Good. Like, that's crazy. Somebody
right?
Could get hurt.
So think about that, right? So, and it happens that after every end of turn. So that's like crazy to think about. But in my mind, as you guys know, I like the Infinite. So I'm thinking Infinite She-Hulk here, because Infinite can really benefit from either one of these things, being either a 5-cost or getting additional +2 power, being at 22 power, which he should have been already anyway.
But
yes, that's right. So let's go ahead and drop the Infinite in here real quick, because it just makes sense. Let's just type it out so we don't have to scroll through. Right. So we start with the Infinite, ladies and gentlemen. So we have the Infinite here. Again, benefits from either of those things. I mean, I played Infinite She-Hulk and got to Infinite in 2 seasons now with this type of a combo. So why not add She-Hulk here as well? Because again, She-Hulk or Infinite getting that reduction in cost, you're able to play them down on that final turn together. So without having to worry about magic, right? You just skip turn 5, you're dropping down 30 power in a lane. Now, again, it can work either way. You can get +2 or -1. Works out for you, okay? So that's the job here.
There's a little war machine coming up, or we throwing a little war machine in?
I don't know. Do we need the war machine? Because we're hoping that we might, right? We might, because if Mr. Fantastic does not come out and we don't give that buff to those cards, we're in trouble. So we can go 2 ways. We can go the war machine route, or we can go the Psylocke route. Because at least we know with Psylocke, we could play her on 4, skip turn 5. Yeah. With the war,
correct. And Infinite at the same time. I like it.
Correct. So that's kind of where my head was going as a backup to Mr. Fantastic. All right. So they're both 2 costs. Why not? Then we think about other things that can help us out here, or other things that we should be playing in here. Things like either Sunspot or Nebula, right? Because you have She-Hulk Infinite, you skip that turn, the energy, you want your opponents to play in different routes. So we'll flip a coin, Sunspot or Infinite, Sunspot or Nebula. Who do you choose?
Sunspot or Nebula? I like Sunspot just because of that energy.
Could we skip in that turn?
Yeah, the energy flow.
All right, then looking at this deck, we're like, all right, this looks good. We have a solids 1s, we have a 2s, we have no 3s, no 4s, no 5s. So a kind of deck that works well in this type of a big deck range. Pause. We could think about, we know how much you guys like big decks out here in these streets. We could think about, as we mentioned before, we'll throw the Shang-Chi in here, right? Because it will be nice to have a 3-cost Shang-Chi or a 5-power Shang-Chi, right? I think we also need to look at what other things that can happen or what can help us out here. So we have no 3 costs. Let's protect our Herbie, right? Or our Mr. Fantastic. And the only way we can probably protect that from getting hit with a Red Guardian would probably put in the best protection the game has to offer, which I think is Cosmo. Not only does Cosmo help protect those cards, it also helps protect your big cards. If you plan to put them in those lanes, you don't have to worry about getting Shang-Chi. Now we have 4 slots remaining to build this deck. So again, we want to build a deck that people who have been playing the game not too long, or people who just start joining the game, can get to these cards, right? Because if we go out and we can build with Series 4, Series 5, you guys will be like, I can't play that deck anyway. At least with these cards, if you do buy the Battle Pass, you do pick up Herbie, you should have Sunspot, you should have Psylocke, Cosmo, Shang-Chi. She-Hulk might be the only tricky one, but I'm sure you will. And of course, you have Infinite. Now, there are 4 cards left to choose from. I like one of the early cards in the game, and that's Hulk. Regular Hulk, right? I think regular Hulk is a good card to have here. And regular Hulk, as strong and as powerful as it is, it's always better if you have High Evo, right?
Now we bringing something back, all right?
Yeah,
High Evo, that's back in the day.
Me and Cino haven't played High Evo in a long time, and I think this will bring us to actually do just that.
Right.
So
that High Evo.
High Evo was always a good package. Pause. So for those who are not aware of what High Evo brings to the table, I'm going to go ahead and pull up what High Evo does to those special cards, especially the Hulk, okay? So
them there.
yeah, we're going to switch these variants around in a second. End of turn, unspent energy, Hulk gets +2 power additional, guys. So again, if we're skipping that last turn, we're not playing the Infinite, we have Hulk in our hands, we could play Hulk, She-Hulk, we could do all these cool things with it because of the High Evo buff, right? Now, you have other cards in here like Misty Knight, which is at the end of turn, unspent energy, you give one of your other cards +1 power. So why not go ahead and put Misty in there? We could probably put the Wasp in there as well, because that will help us out, give negative, or maybe even the Thing, but I like Misty Knight, so let's go ahead and throw Misty in this list as well. There's another 1-cost card. Now we're down to the final cards, you know.
These should come into play. Yeah, I like that.
Yes, so now we're down to the final card. Interesting. Sorry about that, guys. I heard music in my ears. Yeah. For some reason, my Spotify decided to just play music. And it was playing some tunes, playing some reggae too. Like, what?
The Love Boat.
But that was crazy. That was the funniest time ever. All right. So looking at the card list right now, we have about 2 4s. We have a bunch of 2s. We got our 3 costs, 3 6s, 2 1s. So in this case, any card can be put here. I don't think we need another 6 costs. We probably could go another 3 costs, so we have the mid-game range play. But Cino, what do you think? What card should we add here? Should we add another High Evo card here? Because we only have 2 at the moment, which is fine. But what's your thoughts here?
This is tricky.
Yeah, because we can go High Evo again if need be, or we can just, let it rock.
You can add the War Machine here just for backup.
We could do that as well. War Machine on 4. You can play whatever you want on 5, especially if they discount the She-Hulk or Infinite, right? Your War Machine 4, Infinite's a 5. You play Infinite on 5, right behind the Cosmo.
We could go for some Affliction and that Cyclops since you have the high Evo thing
that
going
too.
here.
Yes, I like it. I like where your head's at.
That last slot it can go any which way.
Yes. So the coin cost, guys. Coin flip toss. Coin toss. Listen, coin toss. We can go with the Affliction package with the Cyclops. I like that idea. Or we can go ahead and put the War Machine. Now, the War Machine works out because if we play War Machine on 4, we could then play our cheap 6 cost cards on 5 and still play out 6 cost card on turn 6. So we have that type of an option here with the War Machine. If we don't play the War Machine, because War Machine is only going to help the Infinite in this deck. So if we don't go the War Machine route, we can definitely go the Cyclops route. I like either one. So if you guys don't have a War Machine, Cyclops is the card you put in there. If you have War Machine, you might want the War Machine in there to help out just in case your cards do not get discounted, especially the big cards in your hand. Now, let's not forget, we have Herbie in here as well. So him giving extra power, even buffing himself, will be great. So if we have something that buff Herbie in the hand, will be good. But we're not looking to do that. We're just looking to have Herbie in here to help out with other things along the way.
I'm also thinking like Hope Summers maybe on 3. I don't know.
Hope could work out too, because that's another way if we don't want to use Psylocke. I do like the Hope too. But I really do want to lean in with the Cyclops. I think you did a Cyclops or War Machine. I think either one of those things, I think, is the best route here. Yeah, I like those 2 options you gave us.
Probably looking at the card list, I probably lean more towards War Machine because it just flows better with the list. So I'd go War Machine, even though the Cyclops was interesting.
All right, I love it. All right, guys, so we got the War Machine coming in, and that rounds up the deck here. Pause. So before we do that, before we save the list, I got to go ahead and pick my favorite variants that will go along these cards, because I can't just save this like this. How dare me? How dare I do such a thing? It looks
pretty bad for the guy who has every variant in the game.
We'll keep the base cards for the new cards because they're new. But yeah, let's go ahead and pick my favorite variants. Ooh, this Psylocke. Yep. Venomized Psylocke. We'll keep the Herbie. We do like the crazy looking Cosmo. Shang-Chi's.
Plethora of variants you could use there.
Yep. The War Machine. I do like this one is cool. So go ahead with that. This one, She-Hulk. Yeah, I go with the Ben one. I like Jen Bartle. This one, I like the uppercut. Yeah, there we go. Uppercut. Hulk. I like the baby Hulk. And Infinite, we'll go with Pandart Studios. I can't wait for that ultimate one. All right, so there it is, guys. We're going to call this the Takeover. F4. Takeover Fantastic Four. All right. There it is. The list is ready for you guys to consume. We'll have the code down in the chat down below, so you guys can go ahead and utilize the list. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know down below if it worked out for you guys. Did you guys rank up? We want to know down below. That'd be awesome to hear back some feedback as to how good it went. Or
let us know.
Yes, please keep us posted on that. SuperTechGod fault. Whatever you say, I think it's both of our faults. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and dive into our next topic. And of course, is WWE. Cino, how's WWE been, man?
It's been confusing.
To say the least, yes.
Been confusing. Down to my boy Jey Uso losing the title on Raw to Gunther. I don't know what they was thinking there. I mean, it's just a waste of a run. My poor boy Jey really didn't get to do what he had to do there. What did you think about Jey losing his title?
I think it was messed up, like Rikishi said. It sucks that they did that so early. I think Gunter versus Goldberg without the title could have happened and been as big as this looks currently.
Were you asking for Gunther versus Goldberg? Is that something on your list that you really?
It wasn't on my list, but I mean, it's not a bad booking, to be honest. I just think it didn't need the title to make it even better. The title.
It's not bad booking.
You think it's what?
You don't think that's a bad booking?
No. The Ring General versus Goldberg, not a bad booking.
It's a terrible booking. You want to know why? Because Goldberg can't wrestle anymore. He's literally too old to wrestle. Like,
I know.
If you go back to Goldberg's last match with the Undertaker, and the Undertaker, like Goldberg almost knocked himself out in that match. I remember he had the ring, something like that. But like he can't carry a match. It's only 2 minutes a match.
I get it. But
no purpose for this. There's no purpose for this match at all.
So what you need to understand is TKO is the owners of WWE, and they want big marquee events. And excuse me?
I said no, we're not.
No, I said TKO, not Takeover. But nonetheless, if we were, I'm not getting to that. But they need big marquee names, right? They want big marquee names. They want big marquee events. So Goldberg versus Gunter is something that, some people want to see. Maybe not a lot of people. Who knows? I mean, listen, to be honest with you, it definitely deserves that. But at the end of the day, I think without the belt, it would have been fine. Why add the belt to this match? We know Goldberg is on his last legs, right? Because he can come down the ramp. But nonetheless, I mean, if you look at the website, right? Just look at the website. The Goldberg image they have here is not the Goldberg image that's up here, right?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
That Goldberg image over there was 25 years ago.
That Goldberg versus this year's Gunter is a different. That can have the championship belt. That can be for the championship title, and I will be all for it. But this matchup, just like a lot of bookings that we've been seeing, is very questionable. I don't know, man. Triple H is my guy. Yeah, Triple H is my guy. All right, big Triple H fan, big Rock fan. They're running the show, to my knowledge, and I don't know. The bookings have been very scary. So the question I have for you. I know Vince and Shane are doing their thing. I don't know what they're doing in the background. Heard Vince is trying to get some new system up. He's been selling shares in the shares he had for WWE and TKO. And what if the bookings like these continue, WWE starts to see a decline or more decline in their ratings? Do at some point they sell this back to Vince? And if they do, it's a two-part question. If they do, does Vince fire Triple H and The Rock and bring on Shane, and him and Shane run things until Vince finally, passes away?
Jeez.
I'm sorry. Just
the first part of the question. Maybe they could say, because I'm hearing TKO is not doing great financially, so.
Right.
Maybe I could see them selling back to Vince and making things better, if I believe is what you said. I don't think that. I think we were in trouble when Vince was running the whole thing. He was in touch with just the times now and how things should be. So I don't think giving it back to Vince is the answer. Now I don't think Triple H is doing a great job. I don't think he's doing too bad of a job, right? I feel like there's room for growth here. I feel like he can get shit together. Like there's spurts of greatness in the Triple H running things.
Agreed.
As far as Vince firing Triple H, that's a given. Triple H is so out. As soon as Vince gets back, that motherfucker is gone, because he was one of the people amongst Stephanie McMahon and other people who wanted Vince out in the first place. So they just gone fast. Shane running, I don't know, because if Vince wanted Shane to run something, he would have had Shane back. Like, you know what I mean?
I know, but that was back then when him and Shane weren't on the same page.
I don't know if him and Shane are on the same page right now with all the things that came out in that thing. I don't know if anybody wants their mom out like that. So we don't know what that relationship is like now. But as far as The Rock, I know rumors it is The Rock and Vince relationship is just fine. You know what I mean? The Rock didn't shiest him in any way to get him out.
Ooh, okay, all right. Okay, all right.
When The Rock came in, remember, Vince was gone already.
That's true.
The Rock got his
That's true.
And all that. Vince was already gone. He already had it. So this was after the second time Vince retired. Remember, Vince retired.
Oh yeah.
And then that whole thing became bigger, and that he retired again and sold most of his stock, and his shares. So it's and then The Rock, all that happened. So he was fortunate as far as time goes. But yeah, I think it still could go somewhere. I just think pandering to corporations and trying to get money and just trying to put something together because it has shock value. Like, this match would have been great 15 years ago. It's not going to be
great. Agreed. Right? It's not going to be fantastic.
We're putting ads on the ladders now. Like, this is getting fucking crazy.
It's upsetting.
On the ladders, on the tables, not just the fucking WWE tables, the fucking fold out tables have logos on them now.
I don't know what they. I mean, I get it. TKO, that's how they make their money, right? That's how they run their business. So I totally get it.
I've never seen anything like that. And then they changed WrestleMania back to Vegas. It's just a lot of crazy shit going on over there.
So before we harp on this even longer, let's talk about another issue or another booking that we feel is horrible. So I want to make a prediction here about one thing, and that's SummerSlam. Everything surrounding SummerSlam. I think watching Cody versus Randy Orton made me feel like Cody can be a phenomenal heel. He was in that match doing things to Cody that a babyface shouldn't do. And to me, I don't know if that's like a sign of here comes the Cody villain, the Cody.
Homelander?
Yes, the Homelander that everybody wanted to see. And I mean, it makes sense where John Cena, even though he's the heel, he's getting a lot of babyface love no matter where he goes.
He's a terrible heel.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this before. Him being a heel is horrible.
I almost wish he goes back to the Thugonomics.
The CM Punk. The CM Punk shit was funny.
That was good. That was good.
CM Punk shit was funny.
Yo, bro, just do what he did.
That was good.
This corny comb over heel shit that you trying is not. Even he said in an interview on the Club, I don't know if you saw it, that he bombed on Friday. Yeah, he bombed on a SmackDown 2 weeks ago because of some promo. Because it's just not working. You don't got it. Like, you've been this cookie cutter, say your vitamins, eat your prayers type of guy for way too fucking long.
But you can't say it won't work. It could work if he did it the right way.
If he did it the right way, but what he's doing, whatever this was, just wasn't good. The Rock's in it, then The Rock's not in it. The promos that he's cutting are just weird. They're weird, and certain things are just made big deals for no reason. Like, he said the real names of Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, and Cesaro are Raw.
Well, he did that because he was doing the
shock, because he was saying it's for shock value. It's basically saying
I would think
buried these guys. That's
I think he would because he was doing the same thing CM Punk did 10-14 years ago to John Cena. The whole the whole
it's irony because he's saying those guys' names because he's referring to CM Punk kind of burying.
Yeah.
How many wrestlers has John Cena fucking buried in his goddamn career? Because I could tell you it's like 30 of these motherfuckers that were held down because they were pushing the Cena fruity pebble t-shirt bullshit with the kids and everything. It was PG now, so the kids are buying t-shirts.
Let's be real.
Everything.
If The Rock stuck around, Cena was doing.
There is no Cena.
Well said. I got to drop bomb on that. Well said.
If Stone Cold stayed,
what? I already did it. Exactly. So, okay. So, with all that happening,
Kurt Angle stays. If he doesn't go to TNA, Cena's run might be cut short. Like, they just had nobody to take reins there. And some people who deserved it got, I mean, Randy was great. So I'm glad Randy got a run that Randy got. Batista got a sort of run. He was always competing with John on the other show. So it was always Batista. But then the other guys like Dolph Ziggler should have been champion and given a big push, and because he was such a good wrestler.
And he was Money in the Bank too, yeah.
Yeah, remember when he was the Survivor Series? The last guy, Sting, came in and helped him and shit like that. Like that period, Dolph was the man. He was trying to be Shawn Michaels and shit, using all Shawn's moves. Yeah. But Dolph was the man. I can't front. He used to sell great. Great wrestler. John Cena's run, that held him.
And I think John Cena had his run. I think he had his great ruthless aggression time when he did the Thugonomics stuff. I think that was a great, such a good time. I think, I think after that,
just act like that, right? Give me that type of aggression, right? Give me that type of like attitude. Don't give me the cornball.
The bullshit we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, the cornball attitude.
So I think two things either happen. I think SummerSlam may either see Cody become a heel and win the belt finally, and John Cena go off to the sunset, or we see John Cena keeping his promise, being the last champion, winning the title, leaving with it, and then them creating a new title, and the Royal Rumble winner that comes up after SummerSlam, right? Royal Rumble's the next big major pay-per-view after SummerSlam.
John Cena doesn't leave after SummerSlam. He still has dates after SummerSlam.
Well, I mean, when he leaves, SummerSlam would be the next big thing before Royal Rumble. He shouldn't be at Royal Rumble. He should be done by that time, right? Chat, let us know down below. I thought John Cena would be done not after SummerSlam, but after SummerSlam. That makes sense. Dates after SummerSlam, leading up to Royal Rumble, will be his final, because that would make a whole year, right? Because he came back at Royal Rumble, and then he leaves right before Royal Rumble. That was my concept of mine, right? Because Royal Rumble was the year, right? He started his journey right before Royal Rumble, so the whole year comes back before Royal Rumble again. And I think after he keeps the belt after SummerSlam, he goes on, leaves off to the sunset for that final date, and then the Royal Rumble
mid-December.
Right. So Royal Rumble is what, January, right?
Royal Rumble's January, so his last match is mid-December, yeah.
Right. So he keeps it till then. He leaves right out to the sunset in December, Christmas time. A new belt will be created, a new championship belt will be created, and that's where somebody in the Royal Rumble wins it, which might be again Cody. Who knows? Nonetheless, I think that's what happens. We'll see how it goes. But that also really comes down to what Cody has going on. So
you can't get rid of that championship. That's the only problem. What you're saying here is like we get rid of that one. What you're saying is we create a new belt. Is that what you're like a new design?
Yeah.
Because you can't get rid of the WWE Championship, right? Like the whole
I think
Championship is the
I hear you, but I think with the new regime, they can do whatever the fuck they want. So they can say
TKO Championship or something like that. Like,
well, they don't have to call it TKO, but they can call it new world champion, and they just start from fresh and go, here's the new so they go, so just like how we did in the fantasy football, Cena retired the original first 10 fantasy football seasons because he won the majority of them. So we have a new belt. So that lineage now, you keep that one. That's now we starting a whole new one now. Exactly. We're starting a whole new one now. So the same thing with John Cena. He went 17 times.
It's a new belt. It's just not. It's still the WWE title. You know what I mean?
Yes, I think it'll still be that. It'll still be called that. But I think they will start the new set of lineage from that moment forward. So no more. So if John Cena was ever come back and he won that new belt, it won't be an 18-time champion, because now it would be one.
I hope what you're saying is wrong. I'll be honest with you, because that belt is fire. That belt is fire. With the gold, when they put the gold inside the belt, I was like, oh, that's fire.
I hear you, but we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, Cody.
winged eagle belt, the circle one.
Why not? I'm down for it. But I doubt we see. We want to see something more like this. We want to see more of a TKO flashy style belt.
That's basically the world heavyweight title with the WWE symbol smacked in the middle of it.
I know. So we're gonna get a more flashier belt for the new
winged eagle belt with the WWE logo snapped in the middle
Bro.
of it. Like I'll take that. Like that would be fire.
We'll see. Put the crown on there. That'd be even better.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, I think what we're saying all depends on Cody's schedule. If you guys didn't know, there's a new Street Fighter movie coming out, and that Street Fighter movie is going to show up on the screen right now. I have a list of phenomenal people in it, actors and actresses.
Got crazy with that.
And let's take a look. We have Ryu. This guy looks like a Ryu. We have Ken. We have the Chun-Li. We also have the M. Bison. I think he'll be a great M. Bison. But let's talk about Cody. Guys, Cody is Colonel Gully, or Colonel Guile to some people. I like to call him Gully. But yes, I know. Yeah, I know you're looking at me weird. So Cody, Guile, kind of look alike. I do like this booking here.
I like the. He's got the whole tattoo. They leave the tattoo in, like, because it's so American. You know what I mean?
Right.
Leave the tattoo. Let him have it.
There it is. Exactly. Then we have Blanca with Jason Momoa. Okay. 50 Cent as Balrog. Wow. Great booking, guys. Great booking.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Great booking.
I can't lie on that.
This guy being Vega just makes sense.
The Lone Ranger, I think.
Yeah. Just makes sense. Wearing a mask. Andrew Schultz being Dan.
This one confuses me.
Dan is. I mean, I get it. As Andrew Schultz is a comedian, I get it, right?
But he's a fighter still. Like, nothing about Andrew Schultz screams fighter to me. I'm sorry. This one looks like they fumbled.
But Dan is a comedian, right?
Yeah,
this
guy's still like a fighter. Is still like a fighter. Like
Dan. I get it. Dan was created to make fun of Fatal Fury, right? So it's like, here is the comedic person in the Street Fighter movie, and it's Andrew Schultz. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. And of course, we have the best booking.
Ken booking and the Bison booking either. That one.
I like the Bison. The Ken one I don't care about too much.
Yeah, Bison's a beast. He can fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. This guy's a good, like, weird actor. He can be weird, right? But, like, can he hold down the physical part of the movie? Like, that's the part.
We'll find out. Because when you think about the original Street Fighter movie with Van Damme as Guile and the Bison by that other character, rest in peace. I know, but I mean, he was a good Bison. It's just
Raul Julio played Bison.
Yeah. R.I.P. to him.
I'm just saying, R.I.P. to him. Yeah. But and it wasn't a very loved movie. Okay, so like, I wouldn't try to copy anything that movie did. I would have tried to at least book these roles as close to as physical.
We can't have wrestlers for all these actors. So I mean, and actresses. So.
I agree. The Roman Reigns as Akuma,
the best one.
It's fire. It's great. It's a great idea. But I don't know necessarily if I would have booked that. Like, I probably would have found an actor that best fits. Probably Akuma's.
I think he's gonna be a great Akuma. To be honest, I think he has a look. He has a Ulofala, the big. Yeah, I mean, listen.
Samoan.
I know. I'm just saying, he got the big necklace.
I mean? Like, I'm just saying. And Jason Momoa as Blanca, he's a weird type of actor. So especially after watching the Fast and the Furious, I seen like him act.
Yeah, differently. Yeah.
But there's not much of a role to go on. You're cool for 1 minute, they turn you into Blanca, and then you just scream. And
so it's like, well, they're gonna make Blanca talk in this way. I'm sure she'll be like, "Oh, how you doing?" I mean, I'm sure we'll get one of those. I hope we get. Scooby-Doo, drop bomb on that, ladies and gentlemen.
Scooby-Doo,
where are you? What? Oh man, guys, hilarious. All right, so yeah, I think this booking is great. Can't wait to see the movie. Let's see what happens. Wrestling guys, I know you guys watch the podcast WWE and TKO, because we're Takeover TKO. We get it. We're the official podcast of TKO, so we understand. Right. You guys are watching. Just make sure you guys make some changes, please, quickly. AEW is right on your heels, and I mean, hopefully they do good, because they've been doing some crazy shit too. But nonetheless,
they need guidance too.
Yeah, get your stuff together, please.
They need guidance.
Now, there's been a lot of hate and love for the next topic we're going to talk about, and we definitely want to get deeper into it. Now, there will be no spoilers at all. I only saw the first 2 episodes thus far. I'm sure Cino's seen the entire thing, and a lot of people have seen it as well. And of course, we're talking about that show that is called the IronHeart, that finally made it into Disney Plus this past couple weeks, 2 weeks ago or so. So my biggest gripe, as you guys heard me on the podcast or on stream, was that IronHeart didn't get any type of promotion compared to all the other shows that got promotions 6 months in advance, a year in advance.
IronHeart, speak that truth.
Yeah, IronHeart only got promotion the week before it was dropping. And that to me is kind of disrespectful, I feel. There's no need to say we were keeping it to pump something up or hide. None of that fuckery. I feel it was very disrespectful that this got the promotion only happened a week before it released. So we'll start there. First things first. What happened a week before the release? There was Juneteenth, so I get that. So if you were ready to promote it for the Juneteenth, I totally understand. Still, I believe we could have got a teaser trailer early in the couple months ago. We could have got another trailer, and then of course Juneteenth have a Juneteenth trailer for IronHeart. So for me to have their first teaser and then trailer a week or so before the film was before it came to Disney Plus was disrespectful, because no other Marvel event or Marvel TV show have to wait that long. So now you don't have the promotion. Then the show dropped the first 3 episodes and people are complaining. The show is trash. It doesn't have this, doesn't have that. Why is it every time a show of color from Disney comes out, or Marvel, everybody's first impressions is it's trash? It's trying too hard. It's trying this. It's trash. It's trash. What is the problem? I don't understand. It kind of, I don't get upset at a lot of things, but this frustrates me a lot, because it's like every other show that isn't, focused on the black culture takes from the black culture. And nobody gets mad at those shows. Nobody says, "Oh, it's trying too hard. It's doing this."
Right? It always has that colorful character that is always loved in the movies.
Right. Because I think I love to see representation everywhere. As you guys know, big on that, especially when it comes with Power On and everything else that I do. Diversity. Love representation. Yes, diversity is huge. So when other movies that aren't predominantly black do these things to try to show representation, I'm happy. I love to see it. And it gets the love that it needs. But when a predominantly black show from Marvel or Disney comes out, the first opinion of the movie's trash. The show is trash. They're trying too hard. They don't do this. They're not. It's not real. It's not that. I mean, look at the heat Captain America got. Now, it got heat for a lot of different reasons, but the first thing was that same exact thing. Oh, this is not my Captain America. Oh, this is that, this, and the third. Sam Wilson said the same exact thing as other Captain America said, and Sam Wilson got his head chewed off. It was like, what's the problem here? What's going on here? I don't understand. Anthony Mackie.
It's funny they said the same thing about Superman. Just 2 seconds, like Superman.
You get what I'm saying?
He represents
but
global,
right? But nobody's attacking them, right? But Anthony Mackie, God forbid. To me, listen, I'm not gonna say it's a race thing, but something definitely feels off here. I don't understand what the problem is. It's very frustrating, as you guys can understand. Now,
it could be a cultural thing.
It could be. It could be. Yeah, listen, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a good score. People are now saying...
let's be upfront. At first, before IronHeart episodes, guys, before there was even episodes out, they got flooded with terrible reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So, that's pretty interesting, because the episodes weren't dropped yet. I don't understand how you could telepathically fucking know that this thing was gonna be so bad, but they flooded it with terrible scores and terrible reviews. Impossible to do since it didn't come out yet, and then they actually cleared all that and, you know, gave it its just due and gave it its proper, you know, score. So that's just a little insight into what's happening.
It's just full of shit. That's what it is. Rotten Tomatoes, they felt the heat and it was like, let's fix this. Let's make it real now. All the people giving the bad reviews, let's fix that. Yes, like Sino said, the show's not even out yet, guys. And they gotten bad reviews. The people who previewed the show, I saw all 6 episodes and it's trash. Fuck out of here. How dare you? How disrespectful is that? Everybody's entitled with their own opinion. I totally get that, 100%. But when your opinion is straight off the rip that this show isn't even fully out yet, and you've seen all 6 episodes, I don't care how you saw it, but to say that it's trash, disrespectful. And to me, I think it's...
genuinely don't like it, though, we will say. If you genuinely don't like it, we respect it. You genuinely just don't like it, you don't like it. It's okay. It's not for you. It's not a show for you.
But it's not fair that you have the platform to see it earlier and then go on your platform and say it's trash to deter people from seeing it. Yeah, that's what's not fair.
I haven't even seen the product in a whole. It's impossible to judge that.
People who have that luxury, respect to you guys, you worked hard for it, I get it. You have that luxury, I think you owe it to yourself and to the people to say, hey, I saw the film, I saw 6 episodes, I'll give my full take after you guys seen it. Or, you know, go episode by episode. Even that, I won't be mad at you. Oh, first episode, this was slow, this was boring, I didn't like it. Second episode, this was this, I didn't like it. That's different. But to say straight out, don't watch the entire shit is trash is really disrespectful. Fucking disrespectful. And I don't know. But the problem is, it's not just this show. It's every show that has predominantly black people in it or people of color in it. It becomes that type of, I don't even watch it, it's trash. And that's just, I just don't understand what's going on here. I don't get it. I don't understand why. But like I said, okay, I'm gonna let you talk before I finish and wrap up. Go ahead. I know you're good. All right. But like I said, Rotten Tomatoes did the right thing, cleared away all the fuckery, got the real scores in there. And shout out to the people who were fighting for IronHeart before it was cool to do so. All right. A lot of people I seen was on the bandwagon. Oh yeah, this is trash. It's trash. Don't look at it. And then, of course, after it was cool to fight for it, and everybody's like, I don't see the big deal. What's the big fucking deal? This show is great. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm happy to hear that. Now, from my point of view, I did not see the reviews until I saw the first episode. I try to stay away from that. And I saw the first episode. Me and my lady watched it, and I liked the first episode. I love the music. I love the art style. Like, you know, from them going to Chicago. I don't want to make spoilers, but I like seeing that type of atmosphere. I like seeing the diversity. I like seeing where she had to go, what she had to do. You know, I like even the backstory of what she's been through. Like the fact that they incorporate all of that into the first episode without having to give us a boring origin story, I think was great. The fact that they were able to hint at what she did at Wakanda and where IronHeart even came from in this whole thing without having to do a whole, let's go back, you know, back in this time. They did it perfectly on the first episode. After watching the first episode, I connect with Riri. I understand what she's going through, understand her gripes, and I see where her vision is and why she is where she is and what she wants to do after the first episode. So I'm happy to see that. Second episode, build on top of that. Now we get the comedic part of things, because the first one was very, I think, you know, very deep, and we got into that type of a mental of Riri and the character IronHeart. Then the second one kind of got a little bit more comical, right? We got to see some funny things happen until the end. Of course, things got a little bit more serious again, but at least we got to get, okay, here's that Marvel, Disney, you know, funny things that we get to see. And that also was a great episode. Now, on top of that, we got to see some cool action, got to see some cool technology things happen. I love the second episode. Right now, second episode is my favorite out of the first 2. I haven't seen the rest. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey guys, this is a great show, watch it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a trash show, don't watch it. I'm just going to say after the first 2 episodes, I enjoyed them both. And that's the reason why I gave you my breakdown as to why I enjoyed it without spoiling it. First one was very deep. gave us a backstory on Riri, her character, what's going on in her mind, and what she's doing, why she's doing what she's doing. The second one showed us, on top of that, what else is going on, plus gave us some action, comedy, and of course, switch right back to the serious role at the very end. So I'm very excited to see the next 4 episodes and see how this whole thing comes together and wrap up. So my take right now, I advise you guys go ahead and check it out. Make your own opinion how you feel about it. And you, again, guys, that's why they gave you the first 3 episodes. After the first 3 episodes, if you don't like it, stop. It's really on you. It will take you 3 episodes to see if you really like something or not. So that's my take really on it. So you know, how do you feel about the show and everything else that was going on with it?
That was a really in-depth take right there, bro.
I just had to say my piece.
Yeah. I love it. Let's go. I love it, man. I love it. I'm not gonna be as in depth as you, but because I don't want to spoil anything. I have seen it all. Yeah. So I don't want to spoil anything. I'm sure, you know, you guys trying to stay off the net. Y'all trying to stay off, you know.
Yeah, of course.
If you are watching it, so I'm not gonna do that to y'all. What I am gonna say is, I was one of the haters at first. I wasn't a hater like, oh, this show's gonna suck. I generally have tough times watching shows that are generally based on a female perspective, because it's hard to relate for me, and I instantly go into, oh, this is chick flick stuff, right? Like this is like something my girl will watch. You know what I mean? It's not for me. It would it would probably be something like something so girls can watch Marvel. You know what I mean? That's generally who their aim is at, right? Right. Excuse me. So that's where my first is like, I probably won't like it. And then I started seeing some clips and some actors, and then it started clicking to me what kind of show this was. What culturally what type of show this was. So I started saying, oh, okay, cool. Let me check out episode 1. No bullshit. Let me check out episode 1. Can't hurt. Worst case scenario, I could say I didn't like it.
Right.
This is what I did with Captain America. Sorry to say, Ken. I did give it a try, but I was texting you during the movie. Like I know. Like, motherfucker, take the serum because you're boring the shit out of me right now. Like, this movie was terrible. Plot was terrible. It just was bad, bro. It was just really bad.
But at least you watched it.
At least I gave it a try, and it just was not good. So that's just my opinion. It just, you know, some people, things aren't for them. So I could see, if you gave it an open-minded try, you know, cool. If you just hated it from the jump, then, you know, we already
different
know.
Story.
Yeah. But episode 1 hooked me immediately. I got this type of neighborhood feel, right? So you see how everything goes with her and how she gets where she gets to. Yeah. And then she's persuaded by people. So generally you can see that in the trailer. So I didn't reveal anything. So Anthony Ramos and Manny Montana, I enjoy their work in most things that I've seen them in. So Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, I think it was. Yeah, Anthony Ramos played a Puerto Rican kid from Brooklyn. I'm sorry, guys. I just fucking relate to that. Like, and the movie was so fucking funny and good. Like,
it was funny. Good.
And that movie got shitted on so hard because it's culturally hood based. It was, you know what I mean? Like, it was
little brother, right, who was sick.
Yeah.
I remember that film, man.
And they even, and I don't want to spoil the movie, man. But
what, Transformers? That should be out forever.
Okay. So at the end, they even made it crazy because they brought G.I. Joe into it.
Right. That was awesome.
That was so fire. That whole movie was so fire, related to that shit so much. And they just shitted on that movie so much to the point where I'm hearing Transformers is probably going to go back to Shia LaBeouf. And you know what I mean? Have that type of universe
Shia LaBeouf
thing going on.
They went to Marky Mark for a little bit too, right?
Marky Mark, I'm just hearing that they're probably going to mix them all together. But like, I'm just like, okay, I get it. I see what's going on. You know what I mean? Some people can't relate to that type of culture. You know, but that doesn't make it bad from the jump, and it doesn't mean that you have to shit on it from the, like, just because you can't relate to it or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's may not be for you, but it doesn't make it trash. That shit is actually, to me, Ironheart is fire. I watched all the episodes, had a great plot, great story. Let's go, drop that bomb.
Yeah.
Great. It had arcs, it had funny moments, it had tear-jerking moments, you know what I mean? So it had everything you need. And it had a cliffhanger. It had and it actually connects you to the next phase of everything that's going to go on in Marvel, which is awesome. So yeah, they did a really great job. If I had to try to compare this to anything, I would say it was Iron Man meets Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 13 or something like that.
You know what I mean? I like that. Okay.
Like, it's very heisty mixed with Marvel, and then I guess you could throw a little bit of, like, since it's cultural based, like New York Undercover or The Wire. You know what I mean?
New York Undercover sounds good. Yeah, I like that.
Very, very like hood based stuff in there too. So that's just, if you like that type of stuff, this is definitely for you. Give it a watch because it's fire. First thing I did was call Tech and be like, yo, why they hating on this show so much, man? This shit is actually popping.
It's just crazy, man. It's crazy to think about, but glad you enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. If you guys didn't like it, don't know, you have your reasons why, leave a comment down below. No spoilers though. Try to have no spoilers, but nonetheless, check it out, as we guys said, and make your own opinion. Now, speaking of shows and things that we like to watch, we're going to talk about the 4 top movies each of us enjoy. Now, it's very difficult to do that. We didn't say 5. I think 5 is a little bit easier. 3s are way too tough. So we said 4, right in the middle. 4 of our favorite top movies of all time.
4. I could have fucking listed out 100.
Exactly. That we can do. But we want to make sure we hone down to 4, because that means these 4 are very special to us. And we can watch these movies over and over again, probably even recite them, or give a in-depth review on all of those movies. So how we're going to do this is, Cena, we're going to let you go first. You can list off your movies in any order you want, just descending or ascending.
We're going for like all 4, or are we going 1 and 1, 1?
You know what? Let's go 1 and 1. I was going to say all 4, but I'm down to go 1 and 1. Let's start from the bottom, right? So you're 4th, and then we go up.
Buddy, it's a family show, all right?
Yeah, let's start number 4.
You got
number 4.
Number 4. All right. Yeah, I know. I'm a big comedy guy, so I'm definitely a big fan of the comedies. And this actor, Jim Carrey, is almost king of the comedies out there. I'm gonna go Liar Liar. Liar Liar, number 4. Ooh. My favorite one of them. I ran that movie. When that movie was, even when I was older, watch it to like knock out everything, bro. Like
Liar Liar.
Yo, Liar Liar is funny as
It's one of the best movies ever.
Especially when you hit, yo, Liar Liar.
One of the best movies ever.
Yo, it's funny as fuck, man.
Your boobs are hoobs. Mama. One of the best best scenes ever.
Holding my hand is
the best. One of the best, yes, for sure. That and Kindergarten Cop was like that time, man. That was a good sign. Good pick. I like your number 4. My number 4 is Inception. Big fan of Inception.
Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, and our boy Tom Hardy, and
because that shit was, I watched it on a plane once before you go away. I watched it on a plane, an airplane flying to Puerto Rico once. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? The buildings are going 80 different directions.
It's the concept of the film.
Weird as shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? So I'm sorry, but that's your number 4 favorite out of all movies. That's your favorite.
I can watch Inception nonstop. I love and always find something different and new with it. Christopher Nolan did a phenomenal job with Inception. Big fan of the movie. I was hoping that Tenet was good, but I was hoping Tenet was kind of like the prequel or something to Inception. But Inception has everything you need when it comes to a mind thriller, right? If you watch it 2 times, you're gonna see something different, probably those 2 times. And of course, the cliffhanger at the end, which is that final scene real or still in the Inception. And that's the crazy part about the whole film. Some people say it's real, people say it's not, but it's great to even talk about to this day. So Inception, definitely my number 4 film. All right, switch to number 3.
If you like Inception, guys, if you have never seen Inception actually, and you guys like Doctor Strange movies, or you like the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, stuff like that, that's exactly the type of movie that Inception is. It's like alternate universe, like everything's moved different directions. It's crazy. It's a little confusing, but it's crazy.
And it feels more realistic too. So yeah, definitely he's right. Definitely if you guys like Multiverse of Madness and those type of Dr. brain Strange thrillers. Yeah. Definitely check it out.
There you go. Number 3. All right. Number 3 for me is a classic. And I'm very big into mafia movies, La Cosa Nostra movies, like so number 3, classic. Everybody should see this movie. I don't care if you like old movies or not. The Godfather. The Godfather 1, part 1.
Okay,
right?
part 1.
Godfather 2 is cool, and then Godfather 3 gets weird. All right.
Yeah.
But like Godfather 1, great story. Kid goes off to the army. His dad is, a boss in the mafia. Comes back home, trying to be, straight edge guy, but gets, dragged into his family business, and ends up being cutthroat and doing things that he didn't necessarily set out to do at first. But then gets handed the keys to the kingdom and everything. So it's like that type of strategic film, film, like that type of mafia style, like, and just the life lessons. It has so many life lessons in that movie. The movie's long as fuck. It's 3 hours long. But guys, there's so many life lessons and street lessons in that movie. If you really pay attention and listen to everything, like trust me, you'll be better off for it. Like, it's definitely one of those type of movies.
I agree. Definitely a great film. Definitely guys check it out. Not to be confused with the Goodfellas.
You can't refuse.
Right. The Godfather is on point.
Godfather. Goodfellas is a great one too.
Yeah. My number 3 film is I'm a big Greek mythology fan. Love Greek mythology. So The Immortals, not the Immortals. One of my favorite movies of all time. Number 3 on the list. That had Henry Cavill, I believe. That's his first film. He played Theseus. We had a gentleman, Luke Evans, who I'm a big fan of from Fast and Furious. He was Shaw's brother. He played Zeus. Phenomenal job in that film. I love how everything was shot. The cinematography in that film was flawless. When Zeus came down to Earth, that was like one of the best scenes ever. That you think superhero films was the shit. I understand why they casted Henry Cavill as Superman, because Immortals, phenomenal movie. If you like Greek mythology, if you love the different types of views, Immortals plural. Immortals. We have some amazing actresses in there too. Isabella Lucas and Freda Pinto. I mean, beautiful actresses in this film. The entire thing was shot so beautifully done. The story was great too. Again, if you guys like things like 300 and those olden days of mythologies, definitely check out The Immortals. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. Phenomenal film. And again, Henry Cavill was, I think that was the star. He was the star in that film, his first film.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it came out in 2011.
Yes, it looked that way.
Check it out.
Cool. I've never
check
seen
out a trailer. So we get to it.
I do like movies like 300 and
so you will love this movie. I promise you.
You know what I mean? Like,
you love this.
Those are fire movies. So yeah, definitely down.
Henry Cavill before he was Gladiator. Just exactly. Henry Cavill before he was Superman. So check it out.
All right. Number two on my list is a favorite of mine. It was very hard to choose aside from it's a 3-part it has 3 movies. I was gonna say 3-part series, but it's not. It has 3 movies. The second movie was trash. The first movie and the third movie is the one I couldn't pick between.
I wonder what movie this is. What if we both have the same number 2?
I mentioned it earlier in my comparison.
Oh no,
but yes.
I don't think it is.
So Ocean's 13 is the one I ended up choosing by Slim. Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13. Those two are my favorite movies, only because it got that heisty type of feel to it. Like, and it has comedy, it has all that stuff. I just really entertain. I like great actors. Like, I'm a big fan of Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Denzel Washington. Like, guys that really know how to fucking act. You know what I mean? Like, great actors. And that one has like Matt Damon. It has George Clooney. It got Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? They did such a great job. And Bernie Mac was in that series. And they did all Ben Affleck's brother, I forgot his name, is in there. And then they had a couple other people, but it's just a great, well put together movie. It's something that I could watch and be totally entertained and not even fucking. I've seen it 1,000 times. Yeah, I could sit there and keep watching it. You know what I mean? But Ocean's 13 with Pacino in it, like, I just thought that really brought it. That's why I picked that one over Ocean's 11. Ocean's 11 is a classic, first one. But
13 with Al Pacino.
Yeah, the one with Pacino, and they're trying to help because their friend got sick because he screwed him over, and it just seemed like they were out for blood on that one. I like that one.
Definitely a great film.
13, definitely my second.
Do you like Can You See Me Now? Is that the movie?
Oh, Can You See Me? Yes, I do.
It puts me in that. That and Ocean 11 to me is like kind of the same boat. So
type shit. Now You See Me Too was good one too.
There's another one coming out soon. Actually, another one's coming out.
And they're bringing back the old girl from it too.
So it should be good.
I like this that you mentioned that, like, a little honorable mention. The scene where the kid is explaining in part 1, when the kid is explaining how the cop really doesn't know shit. You know what I mean? Like, you think you're seeing what's going on, and then
it breaks it down.
And then bro, that was such a great dialogue right there.
Those films are phenomenal. And another nod to The Prestige, which was another Christopher Nolan film.
Good movie.
And that's Christopher Nolan, right? I'm telling you, Christopher Nolan, he makes some great films, guys. Christopher Nolan don't play.
Christian Bale was in it.
Yeah, Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Great movie. Great.
Yes, Prestige. That's not my number 2, but I'm only putting it in the same realm as the films we just mentioned. The Prestige is a very, very good film. My number 2, of course, guys, when you started saying 1 and 2 and 3, I was like, I wonder if he's The Matrix. Matrix is one of my good films. Number 2 on the list. I love The Matrix. 1, 2, and 3, I would say. I liked all 3 of them. The fourth ones and the ones after kind of got crazy.
I didn't even watch the fourth one. I like the new movie.
I didn't watch it. You
didn't watch it? That's a good one. You should watch that.
Okay.
The new, like, when they started making, like, part 2 was the weird one, and it was like to be continued.
But I liked
the movies and being like, what? They hit us with a what? To be continued. What? We pay good money for this. What? Yeah, we pay good money for this fucking movie. Y'all better give us an ending. That was when I think movies really started hitting people with
the cliffhanger shit.
I remember people were not happy about that shit. Part 3 was great because we got an ending, right? And the fight at the end was just fire.
This epic.
But so you said Matrix, which one?
The first one.
The first one, classic.
Yeah. Gotta be a classic. Started it off. That was kind of the first one that got people's minds thinking about, we really in the Matrix, like, with AI and stuff blowing up right now. The video game was great too. The fact that AI is doing this thing. Yes, we got Terminator. It's a lot of Matrix, the video game, was great. Resurrection, was it? I forgot what it was called, but it was cool. It's good stuff, man. So yeah, Matrix definitely my number 2. Watch that film and enjoy every piece of it. And I like these type of, again, brain thrillers. So big fan of the Matrix.
Surprised you didn't put Antitrust on like your bottom of your list.
Remember that one? I like that movie. I also like the Enemy of the State. Enemy of the State was phenomenal as well. And Swordfish. Swordfish, another one. Yeah. Bro, come on. I hate this. And Hackers too. Hackers. I don't know if you've seen Hackers.
Come on. At all. Hackers.
Come on. So come on. So again, like I said, we only picked the top 4. We could go down. We can go down the list. We go down the list. But all right. So what's your number 1, man? What's your number 1? Let's hear it.
Hackers didn't make my. Yeah, go drop a
ball.
List.
I know. I'm telling you.
Flipping that movie,
bro. Come on. Remember Swordfish? You saw Holly Berry's.
Oh, Hallie, yeah, that was a good one too. But it won't ever compare to Make Me Feel Good.
Yeah, exactly.
It will never compare to that. All right, my number one. You ready? Drop a bomb right now. Casino. I told you how I felt about your movies. Casino. Also, part of my nickname was original part of my nickname until it morphed into Cino. But that movie, Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, Pesci.
Yeah.
Fucking
Cino's a gangster, guys. He loves all the gangster films.
Yeah, I love that. I love that shit. But like, that's a classic. The beginning when the car blows up and then you figure out everything. Oh man, and it's a dumb long movie.
The world.
Keeps your attention, and I just like the story about the guy he's always on point with gambling and sports and all that, but the one thing that he can't seem to get in control is his wife and his lady, and the one that he picked, and it just spirals him down, and just all crazy shit, man. That was a crazy movie. To this day, it is very entertaining. That movie should never be
crazy. Joe Pesci, shout out to him, man. My cousin Vinny, right? Like, we go comedies.
Cousin Vinny? Oh man, how did that not make
list? We got the
My girl's gonna be tight. My girl's gonna be tight. Y'all don't understand how
bro.
I make my girl watch. Well, Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Marissa Tomei, I have met she is the niece of my mom's best friend. So I met her at a wedding for my mom's best friend's daughter. So yeah, I have pictures with her and everything. It's bad.
See that? I said Aunt May. People know who Aunt May is. They might not know about her real name. So I wanted to say Aunt May. Everybody remembers that scene. So great film.
Yeah.
Great film.
Fact.
But again, this is chat. Let us know down below your top 4. I'm intrigued to hear.
I think my cousin Vinny, bro.
Nobody said my cousin Vinny. I'm surprising. I watched the movies 100 times.
100,000 times. She gonna be mad.
We got our guy from The Karate Kid. Come on.
Honorable mentions: The Wedding Singer. Oh man,
Wedding Singer. I watched that 800 times. So there was a time in life when you had to pay for cable, like TV shows. And the first time we got like a fake box, The Wedding Singer was one of the films that was on pay-per-view, so we watched that 100 times for free. Wedding Singer, Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, these are the films that I watched hundreds of times because we had that, what they call the hot box pause back in the day.
Yeah, it wasn't the only thing you was watching on that.
Yeah, we ain't talking about the other channels down the line, but yes.
You said favorite movie.
Yeah, it was funny. We could do a list of the top 4 porn stars. That'd be interesting.
Okay, now you've gone left. We've been banned, and this has been cut off. This has been cut off.
I told Chad give us our 4 top movies. They're gonna list off 4 top porn stars now. Oh man, they're gonna say Pinky. Let's go. So my number,
what are you doing, my guy?
My number 1 movie of all time. All right, number 1 movie of all time, guys. I could watch this movie multiple times. Oliver Stone directed a banger with this film. Yes, he also directed Scarface, but it's not Scarface. It's another Al Pacino film that I know a lot of people have seen.
Oh, I know
or
where
have
you're
not
going with
seen.
this. I can't even be mad at you.
You cannot be. This is my number 1, bro. I watch this movie every year. Not multiple times. I watch this movie every year, especially around this time. And that's any given Sunday, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Oliver Stone hit out the park. We have Jamie Foxx in there, okay? Willie Beeman. All right, we got our girl Cameron Diaz in there after the mask. We got Al Pacino in there. We got so many stars. We even got LL Cool J. We have Bill Bellamy. We also have the great we have the great Lawrence Taylor in the film playing a football player. It was that movie, guys. If you haven't seen it, stop right now. Stop watching the podcast. Go watch it. Who?
Terrell Owens was in that movie.
Yes, T.O. was in there as a wide receiver as well. Cap Rooney. Man, that movie. Yeah, that's great. Yes, yeah. This movie is just so good, man. And it's an art imitating life type shit, because we've seen it many times where the older quarterback still wants to be in and do his thing, but the newer quarterback is bigger, is coming on the heels. And then when the older quarterback gets injured, Drew Bledsoe, and comes the new rookie quarterback who nobody has any faith in. Where did he come from? Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember Dak Prescott too, but I'm just saying Drew Bledsoe with Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady was like the last whatever pick in the world. Right. Nobody knows who Tom Brady is. He comes in and just goes ham. Willie Beeman does the same thing. So definitely a great, and I kind of look at Al Pacino as kind of like our boy from Boston. What's his name again? The coach who don't talk. Bill Belichick. Yeah, right. So it's like, I always put them two in the same boat, but I also see, Jamie Foxx, Willie Beeman when I look at the young black stud quarterbacks like Michael Vick back in his time. We got our boy over on the Ravens right now who's killing it as well. Lamar Jackson. We got I was saying Lamar Odom. You see what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson. I feel bad for people like Josh Freeman when he was on the block, but RG3. Remember Josh Freeman, bro? Come on, Josh Freeman was nice, man. But nonetheless, any give us a Bucks all the way, bro. I was about to go Bucks all the way. But nonetheless, guys. Yeah, I forgot our boy who's a Giant now, right? You guys are fans of him now?
Russell Wilson?
No, who was a Buck before? Who threw the most same interceptions as touchdowns?
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston, yeah, he's a Giant now.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So guys, Any Given Sunday, great film. Definitely go check it out. If you guys haven't seen it, my number one pick.
That's a good movie. That's a good pick, man. It's so hard. Sports movies and all this shit. We need to categorize this shit because it was difficult, man.
Remember the Replacements?
Yeah, bro. I was just about to say that.
I'm here, bro.
If you were gonna go sports movies, the fucking Replacements. I was just about to say that shit, son. That shit was just about to.
See, we here, bro. That movie.
Keanu Reeves, that shit is the funniest fucking movie. Draft Day, I like that movie just because
Draft Day was great too.
In the War Room, oh man, a lot of great sports movies. Man, I could go into basketball movies.
Yeah, we got Air Mike, right?
With
Bow Wow, with Little Bow Wow, right? Was it Air Mike?
Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Air Bud and there's like Mike.
Yeah, my bad. You remember Air Bud was the dog. You remember Angels in the Outfield? Outfield, bro. That's
they don't even have that on Disney on demand because it's too hard to restructure. And
yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Guys, there's a lot of films out there, man. I'm telling you. Make sure you guys list your top 4. I would like to know. I want to see if there's some top 4s I never heard of that I'd like to go watch. So let's make sure we go check that out. All right, and then we come to the fun part of this wonderful podcast. I know it's been a long one, guys. Pause, but we missed you guys. I know you guys missed us as well. And this is the part you guys like to enjoy because we go surfing the net. That's right. So STN, as we're gonna go ahead and surf around, we're gonna kick things off with my first video. Casino got a plethora here, so we're gonna kick things off with mine first, and that will be of a movie that is coming out that's funny enough was none of their films, and they had a shit ton of them, was on either of our top 4 lists. Shame on you, because I thought it'd probably be one of your lists. I know it's on my baby mama's list because she loves this whole fucking franchise, and that is the one and only Fast and the Furious. So Vin Diesel came out to talk about the show. Let's go ahead and see what he had to say. So what's yours favorite though? Do you know?
Yeah, the very first one. The
very first one. You know what? If I had to pick between the first and the second, I picked the second. The second one had more racing. More racing, more females, more street racing. When I say that, people get mad at me, and I'm like, guys, watch the film. The second one was funnier, had more street racing, especially even the beginning. Like way more stuff. Even we hungry. Like they were in Miami. Like I really enjoyed the second one a lot.
But it wasn't as good.
I get it. Everybody loved the first one. I get it. Listen, I ain't mad. Yeah. You can hear it now?
Make some noise, make some noise.
I like that the brother's there, so he's gonna play Brian O'Connor.
The studio said to me, Vin, can we please have the finale of Fast and Furious, April 2027. I said under 3 conditions. You're gonna love this. Under 3 conditions, because I've been listening to my fan base, I have been listening to all of you who have been asking for 3 things. The first is to bring the franchise back to LA.
Ceno's happy about that.
Y'all can do better than that. Fast and the Furious is coming back to LA.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
The second thing was to return to the car culture, to the street racing.
All right, I ain't mad at that. Even though I like the fake Fast and Furious stuff too.
Heist stuff. I'm sure they'll have some.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. You want to know what the third thing was? Does anybody want to know what the third thing was?
A strict and healthy diet, Vin?
I bet.
The third
We're about to be the same weight in a minute. Oh, I'm about to be low to him shortly.
The third thing was
He about to lose it though. You ready to see him?
uniting Dom and Brian O'Connor.
Let's go.
That's gonna
Bring
be
him
sick.
Back. Let the brother play him. Let the
That's gonna be sick, man. That's gonna be great.
Gonna digitally put his face like on the brother, but like
Yeah.
it's not just let the brother play Brian O'Connor. Like
That's say, pull a Turtles from Nickelodeon when they had to change actors. They just said Leonardo got beat up so bad that his voice changed. They're like, oh, you sound different. Oh yeah, my voice, I got punched in the throat, right? Like they could do something like that. Like, yo, Brian got, face something happened. Like they could do whatever they need to do, but nonetheless.
He's Brian O'Connor. Like
yeah.
Just
oh, that's true too. That's true too. You could just do that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Yeah, Vin Diesel. Yeah, I can't wait to see how he transforms because they do that, right? Like when they don't have any movies, they just eat what they like, and then
they don't
like 2 months. Bro, 2 months they just transform. I want to know what he doing.
They got so much fat burner in their goddamn system.
Bro, they Hollywood got that joint, bro. They got. I heard their health plan is like, if we seen that shit, we'll get sick. How mad they health care be on some good shit, but nonetheless,
that Ozempic and it's over, bro.
Oh yeah, let's see what happens.
Vin Diesel.
All right, so you guys heard it. 3 things coming out, pretty cool, exciting. Can't wait for next year or 27, 26. Yeah, they better end it right. All right, so here's one of my other videos. This shit's gonna be funny.
First of all, Pokemon eggs look a lot like motherfucking Yoshi eggs. How the fuck didn't I see this shit? Look, that's a Yoshi egg. That's a Pokemon. Bro, them motherfuckers is the same. You still ain't believing a nigga, right? If Yoshi wasn't a Pokemon, why the fuck does he evolve? He starts out as this baby Yoshi, right? But it doesn't take time for him to grow. It doesn't take time for him to age and become a big Yoshi. No. He turns into a bigger Yoshi if he could eat and defeat enough niggas. Like Pokemon. He beat enough ass, he turning into this, bruh. And don't let this nigga get the smash ball. He gonna turn into Yoshi the Super Dragon? A nigga that can fly and breathe fire? That's damn near a Charizard. Now look, this shit right here, this gonna fuck you up. Pokemon can only say their name, right? They can only say their name. What the fuck Yoshi be saying? What that nigga be saying?
What'd he say? What'd he say?
You know exactly what that nigga be saying.
Yoshi! Yeah, that is some funny shit for real, bro.
No bullshit, Yoshi a Pokemon.
I'll bring this back. Let's bring this back. Oh my goodness. That
Yoshi is a Pokemon.
A Pokemon.
Oh, this is a good one here. Weren't you just playing Mario Kart?
Yep. Mario.
Oh damn.
It's a tune right here. Don't save her. Don't save her.
Don't say no.
Don't. They tell us to get this shit taken down.
Oh, we banned already. Let's go. No, I don't think so. Tell them. Let's go.
She's a hoe.
What?
Oh man, that's good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and watch this right here. Another clip from Sino.
This is Snap now.
Oh, this Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, this season 1. Yo, I love this shit when I was a kid.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I love this shit too.
Yu-Gi was dueling Kaiba outside of Duelist Kingdom.
Facts.
Living Arrow allows me to use
Yeah,
my
I
other
keep
cards
watching.
in combination
This is
not
Snap
with
now,
my
too.
own cards, but with my opponent's
Wait, hold on.
monsters. I'll show you.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Normally, I make a fusion with my cards, but for a new twist, Living Arrow lets me fuse my cards with your cards,
you can't-
opening up bold new possibilities.
You can't even do that. That's against the rules. Hold on, wait a minute.
Now what? I can use the magical power of the Living Arrow to bond my mammoth graveyard to the heart of your beast.
Wait, that's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. That's an already fused monster. How you gonna fuse with an already fused monster?
Dragon, what have you done? Since my mammoth graveyard is an undead type monster, he can't properly fuse with your living ultimate dragon. Instead, it causes your monster to rot and decay from the inside out.
Analyze
In turn,
it.
your ultimate dragon will lose attack points until your creature is no more.
He just made that shit up, bro. Yo, I kid you not. We had blinders on when we was children, fam. We didn't recognize how this motherfucker really was ass. He just so happened to have plot armor that was unmatched, bro. If you ever played with Yugi's original deck, or any deck that he used during season 1, you legit would lose every duel, bro. There's no way. This man
Out
was
of the
just
cards,
out of
baby.
the cards, and immediately the card on the top would trump, you know, whatever his opponent just so happens to have, bro. You just made this shit up. Matter of fact, look, the Living Arrow spell card. Let me see if this even qualifies. Hold on. That shit don't got nothing to do with fusing an undead monster with the Blue Eyes Ultimate. This man made this shit up, bro. He was just making shit up. He had the script. He was writing the script throughout the entire Duelist Kingdom, bro. This is ridiculous.
That's hilarious. There we go. This one again.
Yo, it's not called Seto Kaiba.
Oh my god. That shit was called Yu-Gi-Oh. You can do what you
How
feel
old
like.
were you when you stopped letting your barber hold your lips to line you
Yeah,
up?
they.
What?
Your barber hold
I've
your
already
Like
never
your
held my
barber
fucking lip.
Facts.
hold your lips to line up.
My barber
Never.
did that.
Never.
You don't.
Bro, go press charges on that nigga, bro. I ain't never, my barber never did this.
No, like hold him close so he can get the.
Ma, he'll tell me close your mouth.
Exactly. You go,
Close your mouth.
Yeah,
go
close
do
my-
this.
Do this.
Right.
But like when you were like a couple years ago, like when you were younger, you didn't know that though, right?
Nah,
so you held your lips closed.
So in 6th grade, my football coach used to cut all of our hairs out of his house. And he was like, do this.
So you never had your lips held.
Nah.
Wow.
He was coming out the closet on this episode.
Nah, he said he's
But like
he said go press
that's how our mom did
charges.
that. The whole shop did it.
What?
He's in a, that's a cult, bro. I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about.
Facts.
You said that.
You
I was
see the
like, "Phew, that was a
comment?
trick
Bro,
question."
we said
What?
press
You don't get
charges.
your.
Nah.
You do it yourself now. You hold your own lips closed.
Bro, what?
Matter of fact, I might not even do this. It might just be this whole still, bruh.
Huh? Well, you gotta talk to the Better Business Bureau. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
bro, you've been. You ever see them? If you were a victim of, if you one of them, if you were
The lip
Facts.
holders.
if you were a patient at this facility in between 99 and 2007, you may be entitled to compensation. Well, that's maybe why you don't have a fucking mustache now.
Don't touch my face. I'm doing myself.
I nigga got PTSD. There goes the answer to all y'all questions. Why this nigga don't got a mustache? Because he got trauma. He's unpacking baggage. He was a victim of assault as a youth.
Hold your mouth closed.
They do like this. The prank one.
Yo,
You do
yeah.
that.
He said, hold
He was
your
doing
lip.
that to you. You was just going with the flow.
I got that though.
That's crazy. You was
Wow.
You was on Santa Monica Boulevard getting your fucking mustache.
West Hollywood barbers.
Fuck that.
Wow. Chat, if barbers ever close your mouth shut to cut you, leave us down in the chat down below. Hold your lips. Never. All right, here we got another one from Cino here, and this one is not a video.
Oh, this is nasty.
So, man
this
shows up
right here.
dressed as Dr. Doom, destroys a pro in Tekken, so I love Tekken, gets banned for eating toilet paper.
Disrespectful.
So he showed up, washed somebody in Tekken.
We got to fight after this. Keep going. There you go.
All right, so washing them all.
Has to be careful.
I think it would have been over. Wow.
Down 1-2, finally landing the full whip. And he charges one more time. You give him a stare.
Staring him down.
Wow, look at him.
He's staring him
He's
down.
staring him down. Look, and he got the Yankee hat on, which I respect.
Yeah, he definitely from Cino's part of the town.
I respect it. All right, check that out. Check that out.
You said what?
Nah,
Watch this?
Yeah. Hit play.
I can't watch it. Well, let me watch it.
Okay. Go to the next joint. Go to the next joint.
Goes down. What a set between those two. Joe Budden.
That was crazy.
Pushing them buttons, getting that win.
He spanked him, and then he had a message for him.
That was crazy.
Now he taking on his.
So Khan and Bilal are now.
What do you think of him? What do you think of him? He's ultra soft.
Oh. He said cut the feed. He called him ultra soft?
He called him ultra soft. He's ultra soft ass.
Yo, that's fighting words.
Yo, I said
we're
I
going
gotta
to
see
war
that
at that
man
point.
after that. Yo,
we're going to war at that point.
You whoop my ass in a goddamn Dr. Doom costume.
And they gonna say I'm ultra soft?
With toilet tissue? You trying to say I'm ass?
We're going to war.
You gotta see me, my man. You
We're
gotta
going to
see
war
me.
at that point.
Yeet.
We're going to war, ultra soft. These nuts.
Drop a ball for those clips. Drop a ball for those clips.
Yeah, please. That shit was so good, man. Them shit's hilarious. Every last one of them was awesome. And we didn't give you guys no AI to win this time. So there you go. That shit was crazy. Yoshi's a Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Be cheating. Zelda's a hoe. Not Zelda, sorry. Princess Toadstool's a hoe.
Damn, Zelda cat.
Bro, Zelda cat. She ultra soft.
Damn. Princess Peach out here acting crazy. Is Zelda cat crazy? My dude Link looked like what? He said, "What am I you about to catch? Yo, you catching the fade from Link? You better hope
he gonna hold my lips when he trying to give me a fade.
You better hope Pixels is a real movie, bro. If Pixels happen, come back to life.
That's true.
Link coming for you, bro.
Link come for my neck, bro. That's just hilarious. People out here ultra soft and barbers. Yeah, barbers is holding your lips closed, guys. Definitely court press charges on it for real. Facts. Wow. What an episode, guys. That was great. Again, guys, thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. You guys watching the clip, asking to see it, asking to get the takeover. We're gonna bring it to you guys as much as we can. Again, we're doing this super late. We did a Mario Kart event from Power On, and we had to do it, so we got it done, even though it was into the wee hours of the morning. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Let us know down below how y'all feel about it, Cino. Let them people know.
Let's go. Thank you so much for joining us on the takeover. Guys, we are out. Of course, it was the guy with every variant in the game, STG, and your boy, Top 5, Cino. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.